Hi, I'm Gilly from Priority Management, and I'd like to give you a scenario and see if any of you find it familiar. Let's imagine you're my boss, and 6 weeks ago you said to me, Gilly, I'd like you to look into this new process, and I'd like you to assess how you think we could use it and what effect it would have on the business and the company. So you gave me a sort of 6-week project, and I've had to come up with a proposal. And it's due in tonight at 5 o'clock. Anyway, I've done it all. I quite enjoyed it. However, I do need kind of 40 minutes just to go over it all, check it through, make sure it's okay before I email it to you. And anyway, I was far too busy yesterday. Didn't manage to get near it. So I thought I'll take it home. And at 10 to 11 last night, I'd sort of given up the will to live and thought, aha, great idea. I'll go in at 7:30 tomorrow morning. I've got a team meeting at 8:30. Give me peace and quiet, I'll get it done. So anyway, as I drove into the car park at 7:30 this morning, I bumped into one of my colleagues who'd obviously had a similar idea. Anyway, as we walk in, Richard starts telling me all about a meeting he was at 5 o'clock last night. Anyway, there's quite juicy stuff in this, and I know there's going to be an impact on me. So we end up talking about it for far longer than I ever thought I would. I then nip in to go and get my coffee, and Jane starts telling me all about a holiday that she's just booked, and she's really excited about it. So the next thing I know, I'm actually not sitting down at my desk, and it's just kind of like 2 minutes to 8, and I'm already thinking, oh my goodness me, where's the day going? The very first thing I do, however, is I launch Outlook, and the first place I am taken is my inbox, which looks a bit like this. I noticed the top email is from a member of staff who's been absent quite a few times in the last few weeks. And I have that sinking feeling of, oh no, HR came to speak to me about this person last week. They're wanting information. Have I done all my return to work interviews? Have I got all the paperwork in the right order? And I know I don't. So I'm slightly distracted by that. I think you can see this scenario. I'm now looking at the clock, it's 8:10, and I'm thinking, I don't believe it. I have got back-to-back meetings, I've got conference calls, and my deadline of 5 o'clock is now suddenly looking as though I'm going to be right up to the wire with it. And I'm absolutely mad that I let myself get sucked into those conversations because I have now lost 40 minutes. Does this sound familiar? Well, we generally find that this is the sort of scenario that most people can understand and relate to. However, there is a different way of doing things. It isn't just inevitable that life happens that way. And we would really, we'd probably say, well let us get our hands on you and teach you some completely different ways of managing, planning, working, maximizing technology. We call it working smart, and it's a methodology we teach people. So let's just imagine the scenario is the same, but we've actually done some work with you. And just for the purposes of the scenario, I'd never have left it to the last minute, but just for this scenario I shall. But as I came in at 7:30 this morning, because my focus was so clear, I deflected Richard and said, Richard, I'm really keen to know about this, but can I swing past your desk later today and find out about it? I wasn't rude to Jane about her holiday, but I did also say, I'm going to get killed by my boss if I haven't got this piece of work to him. So before I know it, I'm at my desk, it's 20 to 8, I'm in control, and the very first thing I do is I pick up the first task I know I need to get done, which is finalise this report. When I launch Outlook, I am taken to a very different view. I kind of call this view as like a personal dashboard. It's a project managed plan of everything I need to do. I've got specific tasks for today, the very top one telling me that the first item I have to do is finish this report. So by 8:10, the world's looking much better. The report's been sent off to you, and I'm now I'm in control and ready for the rest of the day to take shape in the way I want it to. So anyway, if any of this does sound familiar and you'd like to find out a really different way of handling your workloads and your planning, and at the end of the day making life easier for yourself, then pick up the phone, find out about Working Smart. We'd love to hear from you.